I have realized that many of our students do not know what are the benefits and what are the secrets of studying abroad, specifically in these two countries, because USA and Canada, they are on our radar. So I said that I'll come with a short video to tell people on how to do in order to get yourself or your child or your brother's child or your husband or your wife to study in either Canada or the USA, because there is a challenge with finances and most people are not able to navigate this whole thing. So let's do this short video, and if you are watching on the live, you can drop a like, you can drop your questions on the chat. I'll be able to read them as we go. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining. We want to do a short session because I know it's like everyone is a little bit tired, because I know in East Africa right now it's around 7 or 7 p.m. And I know most people are just from work. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining. You can ask, even if you're watching on replay, make sure that you ask your questions in the comment section so that we get back to you. Otherwise, I just want to tell our people they need to be ready. If you are planning to study in either USA or Canada, you need to be ready. One thing, make sure that you get your passport ready, because that is one pain point. Most of our people do not know that passport, international travel passport, is one thing you should get after you are done either with your secondary education or even when you are done with university education. The next thing you should get is a passport. And this opens a wide range of opportunities which you can explore, apart from just looking for a job or looking for anything. Just in your locality, you can widen your scope, and you'll now be on your way to becoming an international citizen. So there are things you need to know, and these are things which are related with the visa process, because most of the time you find that our people are being denied student visas because one major pain point is that they do not have what we call financial support, and things which can show that you'll go back or you'll come back to your home country after you're done with your studies. So before you do anything, put that in mind, that these are things you'll need when you go to the embassy. So what are the benefits of now you studying in this country? Because most people tell me, Jackson, I can just do my course in either my local university, maybe Nairobi University, Kenyatta University, and name them all those universities in your country. So what are the benefits of studying in these universities? One is you get to a feel of what we call diversity, because diversity is a very big word. Even if an employer sees that you've been in an international university where there are people from different cultures, different traditions, different beliefs, different skin tones, even different sexual orientation, this an employer will likely recruit a person who did their undergraduate or postgraduate studies in either Europe or North America, as opposed to someone who just went to their local university, and that is where they also did their primary, secondary education. So think about diversity. Think about your interaction with people in future, be the CEOs of Google, CEOs of Facebook, CEOs of other futuristic companies, which are going to be formed by the people you'll be in the same class. So think about, even if you are thinking about your child, your son, think about how this person will interact with people who will be the movers and shakers of tomorrow, so to speak. So that is why I usually tell my people, pursue studies in other countries if you get the opportunity. And there are very many opportunities available. It's just that where we come from in Africa, people don't know whether there are many opportunities. But if you go to these most of these MIT, let me say for example like MIT, you find that most of the students are students from India and from China. And if you count the number of African students, you find that not a very big number. And that is why Jackson and others, we are here to push our students and show them how to access these opportunities and run away with them, because they come once in a while. The other thing I want to tell you about studying abroad is that you get to be seen by companies like Google, Meta, which are parent companies. And for Google, the parent company is Alphabet. Meta is the parent company for Facebook. ByteDance is the parent company for TikTok. These are companies which do recruitment events inside the universities, inside Oxford University, or inside Kentucky University, inside all these universities abroad. And this is something you'll not likely see in your local university. These companies coming to do hiring and sporting talent for their companies in these universities. So there's a very big chance that these companies will eventually spot you as a budding tech guru and push you to their company. So the other thing I want to talk is related to diversity, but it's the exposure to different people from different walks of life. And this gives you a wider perspective of many things, including business, including politics, including all these things and economies and new and emerging technologies. So your world view will be very, very different as compared to someone who has just done their studies in the local university. The other thing is I want to tell you before the video ends, because I didn't want it to be more than 10 minutes, is the courses which are offered in these universities. You find that our students in where we come from, they pursue courses which at the end of the day, they never materialize to anything. And this is because the job market has shifted since the day these courses were formulated. So they do not offer the courses which marry or are related to the current job market. That is why I'm saying, make sure that you take your child or you take yourself into these international universities whereby you'll go and study things like engineering, things like healthcare courses like nursing, medicine, pharmacy. These are courses you can do in these international universities once you get the chance. So if you have gotten yourself a good score, a good grade, maybe in what you call secondary school, you can enroll yourself into these engineering courses which are offered abroad. And there are also courses which are related to software engineering, computer science, and mathematics, statistics. These are, and even finance. These are courses you can pursue as someone who comes from Africa, who comes from Asia. You can go to Western countries and get the benefit of studying in these universities, because the paper you hold and the skills and the knowledge, all those things compound into making you a very competitive person in the future. I know there's this issue of finances and the embassy denying our students slots, positions, because one thing, you cannot prove ties back home that you'll go back to your country after you're done with studies. That is why I'm coming up with something to help our students to show that there's something which can help them to demonstrate that they'll go back to their home country. So be here up until the end of the video, because those are things I'm going to summarize at the end so that you get the benefit. The main aim of doing this video is financing. Many students are not able to finance their education, their study accommodation, and all these expenses, because they amount to a lot of money. So I said, if you go to these big universities in the US or the UK, you'll find that most international students are people from Asia, mostly India and China, because these people have known how to harness the power of they know how to leverage on borrowing so that they finance their studies. But this is not a concept which has been embraced in most of our African countries, and thus that becomes a limiting factor. You find that most of our students are not able even to access higher education because they do not have money. So in the link of this video, in the description of this video, I'll put a link whereby you can click, and it will guide you to a company which gives students financing, gives them money in form of a loan, a revolving fund of kind of, so that when you engage them, they'll give you this money in form of a loan, and they give you support so that when you go to the embassy, you can prove that you have financial support from this company or organization, and the embassy will not ask you so many questions, because even some of our people have been forced to fake what we call financial statements, and this might lead you to be denied this visa. So check the description of this video, because that is where I'm going to share the link which you can click, and it will guide you on how to select universities, how to apply for sponsorship, how to apply for all these things, and financing from Empower and the company itself. So make sure after you're done with the video, I'm just telling you to do these two things. Make sure that you leave a comment. Just tell me anything. You can ask any question, or you just tell me, Jackson, thank you very much for the video, or anything. You can even leave your favorite emoji so that you help this video to be seen by more and more people. So this company will help you throughout the process of application for schools through the embassy, by showing that they'll support you financially, and maybe choosing a course. And eventually, after you're done with the course, that is when they'll now help you now to secure a job and put you into the job market. Now that is when they'll engage. You'll need now to start repaying the loan, so that this money becomes available for more and more African students. So thank you very much for watching this video to the end. I'll attach other videos here or somewhere here, so that we continue encouraging our people. Thank you very much, and have yourself a good day, good evening, and thank you very much.